if you're running K6 script and we're enabling HTTP debug, when we're looking here in the execution, we're going to see here also the response and response headers. In this lecture, I wanted to show you how you can access these response headers from your scripts. Sometimes you may wish to write checks to look for a specific header. And of course, if you don't know how to access those headers, it's going to be difficult to write these checks. So let's begin a bit with the basics. How can we get the headers? We're going to use here console log. And on the response object, which we have here, I'm going to write dot. And one of the options is here headers. So this allows us already to get all the headers that are in the response. Let me show you how this works. So we're going to see here under info, this is a list of all the headers. And this is already a JavaScript object that we can use. And we'll find here the information from the debug. So essentially, everything that you find here should be also available here. So how can we get a specific header? For example, we have this allow here. How can we read this value? All we have to do is copy this. I'm going to copy here allow. I'm going to write here headers.allow. I'm reading here the header with the key allow, and let's see which value we're getting back. So taking a look at the value, we're going to see here that the value is get head options, which should be absolutely the same as what we see here. Okay, how about content type? So let's try and get content type as well. I'm going to copy here content type. I'm going to replace here allow with content type. No errors, looks good. So let's run this. And then if we're looking here at the execution, when I get here something very, very weird. It's going to say here type is not defined. And this can be very confusing, but we need to understand what we actually did here. Now, from a JavaScript perspective, we try to get the property content on the object headers from the response. And then we try to subtract, because this is what this minus sign means, we try to subtract the variable type. And then JavaScript is like, yeah, but the variable type is not defined. This is why we're getting this. So this notation doesn't work. It works in, let's say, 99% of the cases, but sometimes we have properties that have special characters like a dash, a minus sign in between. So then we need to change the way we are accessing these properties. So we need to put everything here between quotes to make it a string. And because it is a string, it allows everything. And we're going to replace here the dot with a square bracket, one in the beginning and one here at the end. So this is the notation for getting such property names. Let's go ahead and see if this is working properly. What we'll see here, no errors. And this is the value, application/JSON. And this is also the value that we have here. Yeah, so this is how you can access response headers from your scripts.